Once a journalist was interviewing his old retired teacher and was asking various things about the old days of his education. Explained the difference between these two words while discussing. Even at that time I was confused, and now since it has been a long time I don't remember the difference. Can be the teacher smiled and asked the journalist while shying away from answering this question. Do you belong to this city? The student replied, yes sir, I am from the same city. The teacher asked who lives in your house. The student thought that the teacher didn't want to answer my question, that's why he was hitting here and there. However, he told me that my mother is dead. My father lives at home, there are 3 brothers and 1 sister, and they are all married. The teacher smilingly asked the young journalist, do you keep talking to your father? Now the young man got angry and said, yes, I keep chatting with my father. The teacher asked, remember when was the last time you met your father? Now the young man sipped his anger and said that it has been a month since I met my father. The teacher said, you meet your siblings often. Tell me, when was the last time you all got together, and asked about gossip. Now the journalist's forehead started to sweat and he had to give in. He started thinking that I had gone to interview the teacher. But instead the teacher started interviewing me. He sighed and took a long breath and told that maybe it has been 2 years since we brothers and sisters were together. The young man wiped the sweat from his forehead and replied, we had been together for 3 days. The teacher asked, how much time do you spend sitting next to your father? Now the young journalist got very worried and started writing something on the paper kept on the table below. The teacher asked, have you ever had breakfast, lunch or dinner with your father? Have you ever asked your father how he is? Have you ever asked your father how his days are going after your mother's death? Now the eyes of the journalist who was interviewing started to shed tears. The teacher held the journalist's hand and said, brother, there is no need to be worried, ashamed, disappointed or sad. What would I do to answer your question about contact and relationship? Now listen, the difference between these 2 words is that you are in contact with your father. But the relationship with your father is not there or is weak because the relationship is between the hearts. When there is a relationship, you spend time with each other. They share each other's pain. Hands embrace and do each other's work happily, like a mother holding an innocent child to her bosom, kissing it, nursing it without asking its warmth, taking care of its cold as it begins to walk. So, like a shadow, she stays by his side so that he does not fall, and if he falls, he hugs the child and shuts him up. So, my dear student, you only have contact with your father and siblings, but there is no relationship between you. The young journalist wiped his tears with a handkerchief and thanked the teacher and said, sir, you have taught me a great lesson today which I will not forget throughout my life. This is the situation of our society today, that we have great connections but no relationship at all. Today we have 5,000 friends on Facebook but not even one in real life. Today we send unscented flowers to hundreds of friends early in the morning to say good morning. But in real life we don't even get a single flower leaf. Today we are all busy with our work and are entertained by the pictures of scentless paper flowers. By fulfilling all the requirements of relationships, we try to be red-handed by saying a few words of condolence on the passing away or death of a loved one.